Welcome to Made for More podcast, where faith and personal growth converge. I'm Julia, and I'm honored to guide you on a journey of empowerment and transformation alongside our occasional co-host, Omar. We are passionate believers and advocates for unlocking your God-given full potential. Join us as we explore the intersection of faith, life, business, and relationships, igniting a fire within to embrace the truth that your life is destined for greatness. Together, we'll uncover strategies, insights, and stories that inspire and equip you to become the best version of yourself. Get ready to embark on a fulfilling quest towards personal and professional fulfillment, guided by faith and the unwavering belief that you, my friend, are made for more. So, good evening. First, I just want to say shout out to you. Shout out to you for coming on this tonight, for blocking out the time to be here tonight and to say yes to yourself, because that's a big step in itself to just say like, hey, I want to level up. I want to see what Julia has to talk about, and I'm here for it. So thank y'all for being here. Just a little bit about me. I won't go into a whole story of my life because you're not here for that, right? You're here to get the tips and get ready for a new year. But I just announced my time with my network marketing business coming to an end with actively growing a team after 9 years, which is a big deal for me. But I really knew stepping more in the coaching and servicing space was more for me. I've had a podcast now for over a year with 100 episodes and thousands of downloads. I have multiple companies, been in the top 1%, top earner, top recruiter, or even the top seller in multiple companies. So I kind of know what I'm doing as far as business world. And then if you are not in business, but you're here just to get some life goals, I am a very achieving, spirited person at heart. From a young age, I was like, you know what? I want to be a homeowner at 22. I want to go and be an assistant principal in my early 30s. So that's just kind of who I am. I go and achieve the goals and I go and do the things, right? So drop below what's something that you're hoping to get out of. Are you here for some life goals? Are you here for some business goals? Or you're kind of just open to both? I would love to hear what you're here for. Thank you, Julie. I am going to tell you right now that I'm a giver. I love to give. So I have some freebies for you guys. I'm actually going to drop it in the chat. But for those of you that are, maybe you're listening in, the freebies are on my Linktree. Julia keeps it real. So you have to know how to spell Linktree, just so you know, but it is linktr.ee/Julia keeps it real. I have a goal prep template there for you guys. So you can go ahead and start looking at how to do your goal plan. Okay. I also have a daily focus sheet for business people there for you. And then of course I have 100 episodes of podcasts that are already there. Tons of things, whether it's business, life, spiritual journey that I share about, all that is there for you. I'm starting season 2 on New Year's Day. Okay, so there's all that spiel for you guys. But I want you guys to know, like some of y'all are here and you're thinking I'm going to drop some big bomb on you. And really, I'm not. I'm going to give you some keeping it real, practical tips. But here's the real truth. And here's the real thing that I need you to keep in mind. You guys already know what you need to do, right? Like, drop below if you can agree with me on this. You already know if you want to lose weight, you already know, well, like I probably should drink some more water. I maybe should put the queso away. If you're from Texas, you know how big queso is in our life, right? Like maybe I shouldn't drink that bottle of wine with my friends. I might need to like move my body a little bit. I might should join a health program. I might go to the gym. Like you already know the things you need to do in order to lose the weight. Yes or no? You already know the things you probably need to do in your business in order to be successful. You probably need, you need to go live or talk to more people or do some follow-up. But the problem is we get stuck and we give ourselves excuses for why we're not achieving the goals. I can tell you guys right now, there are plenty of days where I don't feel great and I still stick to my routine. I still stick to my habits, and I'll get into that here in a second on how to do that. But you have to get really, really good on your why and your focus on why you want to do it. Because so often we give up. And not only that, a lot of times, maybe you are trying to do the things, but how many of you could benefit from having some accountability? right? Like I know when I first went on my health journey before I lost my 49 pounds, and I had to turn that switch on I'm going to talk about, I had to get some friends. I was like, hey, you want to go to the gym? Because I hate going to the gym. And I need some friends to go to the gym. So while I'm like on the treadmill, I got somebody to talk to. And I feel like I'm like having some fun because I don't like working out, right? How many of you are like, you're in business and you're like, hey, girl, you're one of my best friends. I would love for you to partner with me because how cool would it be to do our business together as friends? Isn't accountability nice? So a lot of times what's missing from us reaching our goal, from us doing what we know that we need to do is a lot of time our mindset. Okay. So I would write these down if you're writing some things down. Your mindset, we'll get into that here. Accountability, you need somebody to support you, to do it with you, to encourage you, whatever that is. And then the why, your focus, like staying not narrow-minded, laser focused on your goal and why you are doing that. Okay. So in order to do the things you've never done before, you have to do the things you've never done before. So if you want to get to a new level, you have to do something new to get you there. So I'll say it one more time because I think I kind of messed that up. If you want something you've never had before, you have to do something you've never done before. Okay. So I want you to start thinking, I have this goal in mind for my financial goal. I have a weight loss goal, a health goal. I have a money goal. I just said finance. I have a relationship goal. I have a business goal. I have a goal for my house. I have a goal for my family. Well, if you've never done that before, how are you going to get there? You have to do something different, right? We know that. We get that. Yes. So it requires new behaviors. Okay. So you don't just flip and turn on and you're somebody else. These new behaviors start with daily habits and daily actions. You guys, I think it's kind of funny to me when people are saying like, oh, you just got to be consistent. Y'all, no one has a problem with consistency. Okay. Drop below. I don't have a problem with consistency. You do not have a problem with consistency. Here's why. I will let you know you're consistent every day. You consistently get up out of your bed. I mean, most of you, I hope. You consistently brush your teeth. You consistently feed your kids. You consistently go into work when you don't want to. You consistently do things. The issue isn't consistency. The issue is figuring out your mindset, figuring out your accountability, and figuring out why you're not doing that specific thing consistently. Okay. So that's another thing that you need to think about is, okay, I need to do something I've never done before. I don't have a problem with consistency. So let's go ahead and break that mindset right now that you don't have a problem with consistency. Okay. You do things consistently every day. It's who you are. The person you are today is because of the consistent behaviors you do every single day. So what you have to do is go and change some of those daily consistent behaviors you already do. It's literally that simple. Okay. And I'll get into the strategies here in a second. So those new behaviors are required to get you to that new level, right? So I want you to also keep in mind those behaviors, those daily actions. It's like building a muscle, right? You don't just go to the gym and have a six pack or lose the 49 pounds, like I said. It's that daily habit that's going to build your muscle. And before you know it, that habit is now like who you are, right? So it creates discipline. I want you to write this down as well. Motivation is fleeting. I used to have a leader that used to like, and I love to motivate people. Like people tell me all the time, you motivate me, you inspire me. I love it. But that only got you to do the one thing you wanted to do that day. Like when you listen to my podcast episode, you were like, oh, yes, like I'm ready to go. Motivation is fleeting, discipline sustains. Okay. And how do you get the discipline goes back to those habits. And so I want you to think about that. What helps again with that is your accountability. You guys, even Oprah has a coach, has accountability. Michael Jordan, even Khloe Kardashian, how she lost all her weight. How did she do it? She tried for years. What did it take for her to actually do it? A coach, accountability. Okay. So you have to focus on progress, not perfection. I think a lot of times we think end goal all the time, right? Like I asked you, what do you want to do? What do you want to accomplish? Why are you here? It's because you got goals. You got goals for 2021. And so you're already thinking with the end in mind, which is great. I'm a visionary person too. I got goals too, but I have to think, what are those daily actions that's going to get me there? And sometimes it being so far away, I got to figure out what's in the now that I can do to get me there closer. And I got to focus on the progress. Okay. I got to focus on that. There's joy in the journey, you guys. There's so much joy in the journey. And if you focus in on enjoying the actual progress and enjoying the journey, you're going to blink your eyes and look up. And all of a sudden, you're going to be that new person. You're going to hit that goal you wanted to hit. And so I want you to think about that. A lot of times, I'll give you an example, and I'll probably talk about it when I go into my 5 strategies. I wanted to lose the weight. I knew what I needed to do, right? But it wasn't until I shared the journey and I found joy in the journey. You guys, I literally did not eat a lot of green food. Like I was like, don't like green food. I like carbs. And so I didn't enjoy that, but I enjoyed the results it gave me. I enjoyed how I was feeling. I enjoyed the journey. So there's joy in the journey. Thank you for putting that in the chat. And there's, you have to focus on the progress and where your baby steps. Look at like how far you're coming along, right? All right. So the next thing that is so important, and I literally tell people this a lot of times whenever they're like, how did you hit that rank? How did you make that bonus? How did you get financially stable? How did you, whatever it is, like there's random things that people will ask me a lot of times in life, especially being a single homeowner. You know, all the bills are on me. So people are sometimes like, how are you able to do those things? Right. And although it's flattering, I guess, I literally want to tell people, well, you should do this, this, and this, and this. But sometimes it doesn't come down to this, 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 and this. A lot of times it comes down to you turning on the switch and you deciding that now it's your turn, that you got to decide this is it. So even though you're listening to me right now, if you don't take the time to say, I'm done playing small, I'm done not having it be my year or my turn, I'm going to turn on the switch. So I tried to lose weight before. I tried Herbalife. I tried all the things. And honestly, the program I use, I guess is successful because obviously, I mean, I gained some of my weight back because of COVID. Okay, guys. So, but the point is, I guess it's a great program, but I bet y'all the other programs, the other MLM companies, the other things that I could have tried, they probably work too. I just wasn't ready to receive it. I wasn't ready to turn my switch on. So you've got to figure out, I'm the it factor. I'm the one that can make the difference in my life with my goals, with my habits, with my consistency. Going back to, you are already consistent. What are some new consistent habits that you need to create? And how can you turn that switch on that now is the time that you're going to make it happen? It's literally a mindset switch. And I literally feel like you can feel it inside. Like it just switches. You're just like, I'm doing it. And y'all, when I said I was going to hit the rank, when I turned that switch on, I hit the rank. When I said I'm going to buy that house, I bought that house. When I said I'm going to book that trip across the world, I went. When I said I'm going to lose the weight, you know what I'm saying? It can keep going. It's a switch that has to turn on. So I want you to decide right now, are you going to turn on your switch tonight? Don't wait until January 1st. Go ahead and turn that switch on. And after tonight, I want you to lay your head down on your pillow saying, I'm going to be a new person tomorrow, or even tonight if you want to get started on some of these things. And I'm going to start my new habits. I know I'm going to consistently get up. I know I'm going to consistently brush my teeth. I know I'm going to consistently put on my clothes, but I'm going to start a new habit and start building my consistency with daily habits. Okay. All right. The last thing I have to say on that part before I'm just getting started. I haven't even gotten to the 5 strategies yet, but it's coming. It's coming. Just give me a second. Okay. All right. So the last part on that is I just want to remind you guys that we are all the it factor because we are all made differently. You are wonderfully and fearfully made, and nobody can do it like you. And that is something that I decided a long time ago. And that's why I live from a space of abundance where people are like, you know, you give a lot or you do a lot. And, you know, I was always the teacher that didn't mind to share my lessons. I was always the friend that didn't mind sharing because no one can do it like me. You can try to duplicate it, but you can't. And that doesn't mean that I'm better. It's just, I have my own way. You have your own way. You have your own style. Some people are so much more even keeled than me and more like soft tempered and even keel. And that's great. And that is amazing because we need that style too. And then Some people are, it's just all different realms of people and different styles, and people need you. Okay, God created you because we need you. So how can you show up in your own power today? You are the power, you are the it factor, and you've got to turn your switch on and figure that out, that you're that common denominator that can make it happen. You're that common denominator for whatever goal it is, okay? I'm gonna talk to you about some goals or some strategies for goals, but you are that it factor to make it happen. All right, so again, why are you not hitting the goals? Why are you stuck? Why hasn't it happened yet for you? Unless it's a new goal and you're like, oh, it hasn't happened because I haven't tried yet. Because the mindset, right? You got to turn the switch on. You're the it factor. Accountability. You need some help. You need some guidance. You need some support. You need some reminders. Like, I'm with you. Most of my goals I hit because I had accountability with me. And then the last reason is because you're just not focused on your why and what it is. It doesn't mean that much to you. Otherwise, you probably would have made that happen, right? All right, so let's go into, yes, being me is my superpower. Yes, I love that. All right, let's go into the 5 strategies. So the first one is pretty simple. And some of you that are on my network already, you already heard me talk about it. But the word of the year is so, so powerful to help you with your goals. Now, here's why it's helpful. Because remember, I talked about sometimes we don't hit the goals because we're not laser focused. How many times have you been like, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And then all of a sudden you're like, and you don't do anything. Or you have a to-do list, right? And it's like, I got all this stuff to do. And then you're just like, I'd rather lay in bed and watch Netflix because I don't know where to start. Okay, so a word of the year, drop yours below if you already have one and you're already like, I got one. If you need one, reach out to me. If you go to my link tree, you can email me. That works. Or you can Facebook message me. So a word of the year helps you streamline your goals. So I want you to find like a commonality between all your goals and things you're trying to accomplish. And that word of the year sustains you through the whole year. So example, mine was alignment for this year. It's on my necklace I'm wearing right now. I had a bracelet until I took it off and it kind of started messing up. So I took it off. I had it on my vision board. I had it in certain areas. I can always kind of see that word to trigger what my goals are that go with that. So I wanted to be in alignment in the appropriate grade level of my career. I wanted to be in alignment with my finances. I wanted to be in alignment with God. I wanted to be in alignment even in my business world. And here we are today. So that drives your year, right? Or it should. So think about that. I truly feel like that helps. That's the first thing I would do. If you're like, I'm not big on vision boards, I'm not big on whatever, just get a word of the year. Okay. I love this. People are dropping theirs. Serve is one of mine. Fierce is what I'm thinking for mine. I love that. And so think about if fierce, I'm gonna give Amy's example. If fierce is her word, I want her to show up fiercely in everything that she's doing. So how are you gonna be fierce in your finances? How are you gonna be fierce in your business? How are you gonna be fierce in your relationships? And that, like with friends even, like, are you gonna be bold and have those difficult conversations, even with teammates? How are you gonna be fierce in your day-to-day life? How are you going to step out of your comfort zone and be fierce and be bold in who you are? I love that one. So does that give you an example? Does that help? I hope that helps you guys. Don't just think of a word, like let it drive your year. All right, number 2. So it goes back to what I mentioned before with accountability. Accountability is huge. So I mentioned a goal prep sheet. So if you go to my link tree, you can download the goal prep sheet. And on that sheet, it's going to ask you, who are you going to have be your accountability partner? And what are you going to share publicly? I truly believe that if you share publicly your goals, I know it's scary, but if you like go live about it, if you do a post about it, like, yeah, you might not want to tell people, yeah, I'm trying to lose 50 pounds, or yeah, I'm trying to get my finances together so I can buy the home for my kids. Or it takes vulnerability to do it. It does. It's scary. But guess what happens when you do it? You're like, oh, snap. I just told my whole network that I'm going to lose the weight. I better get going. I just told my whole network I'm trying to save money for this. I just told my whole network I'm going for this rank. And if it doesn't happen, it's okay, because why? There's joy in the journey. And you're taking your network along with you on that journey. So I wanted to lose 50 pounds. I lost 49. Do you think anybody in my network was like, oh, Julia, you didn't hit that goal you said you're going to hit? That one last stinking pound was so hard. I just gave up and I was like, I'm just going to maintain. Right. So my point is you take them on. People love transformation. People love progress. People love an update on your journey, whether it's business, life, financial goals, all the things. And if you're too scared to do an actual big public post, maybe just get some friends and call up your friend and be like, hey girl, I got to tell somebody. So I have a friend holding me accountable, but I want you to know this is my goal and this is what I'm trying to go for. I got to go for this promotion. I got to go for this bonus. I got to go for this, getting this debt off, or I got to go for this health journey, whatever that is. Okay. Find some people in your corner that can help hold you accountable. The other thing that you can do, shameless plug here, is you can join our Faith Freedom Flow Academy. Flow Club. And it is a membership club. But in that club, I'm going to be asking the ladies to share their goals. And they're going to have accountability partners, and we're going to cheer each other along the way. So you will have a group that's already ready to go for you if you're in the Faith, Freedom, and Flow. It just so happens, because it's awesome to start your year off with goals and goal setting. So we are going to start, January, with goals. And so we have a lot of stuff, like they're already excited. They already got started. I'm like, we haven't officially launched yet, but they're already in the group and getting situated, getting some accountability partners. I'll be in there to kind of help them facilitate that soon. So that's just something to think about. If you want to know more about the Faith Freedom Flow Club, go to my link tree. Y'all, everything's in my link tree. I literally have like 10 links in my link tree, and probably 3 links are freebies. Okay. And then probably 2 are like free groups you could be a part of. And then 1 is my podcast that's got plenty. Who can drop below if you listen to my podcast, if you agree that there's plenty of content there for you. All right. So the number 3 thing that I want you to do to get you ready to bloom in 2022 and to help you with your goals is to reverse engineer. Now, I know some of you are like, oh my gosh, I've heard people talk about reverse engineer. Either I don't know what it is, or I'm not good at it, or like whatever. Break it down into small bites. Okay. So let's go back to weight loss. If you want to lose 30 pounds, let's say I wanted to lose 30 pounds, probably should, by my birthday in March. Okay. So I got 3 months to do it, 30 pounds. That sounds like a lot. Like 30 pounds sounds like a lot. But if I said, okay, let's shorten that. And you can do this in business, right? Okay. That's 10 pounds a month. And doesn't 10 pounds a month sound a little bit more doable? And then you could break it down even more and be like, well, that's about 2.5 pounds a week. So once you break that down into chunks and you reverse engineer what are your baby steps you got to do, then you look at your baby's chunk step and you say, what do I need to do to make this happen? What do I need to do to lose 2 pounds? Maybe I should do 30 minutes of walking and exercising. Maybe I should drink the water. Maybe I should meal prep and get on the scale and see if I'm 2 pounds lighter, and then kind of adjust from there, right? In business, okay? Think about business. You're like, I want to have a $2,000 month. Well, what does that look like for the week? I want to recruit 5 people. Well, how many do you need to recruit each day? Like literally figure out what you need. I'm a business person. I'm a businesswoman. Guess what I did? I said, I need to make this much money now that I'm moving and shifting out of my one business career into another. So I had to reverse engineer. Well, how many people do I want to, pour into and inspire and motivate and coach in the Faith Freedom Flow Club in order for me to make my goal happen, right? And what do I need to do to make that goal happen? Okay. So just reverse engineer and then have those baby steps. And guess what? Those baby steps are now going to be your daily habits, going back to your daily habits. So if I know I got to lose 2.5 pounds in a week, what do I need to do each day to make that happen? If I know I want to have 3 new customers in a week, what do I need to do every day to make that happen? If I know I want to have $500 in sales every week, what do I need to do every day to make that happen? Do y'all see that? Do you see the pattern there? So reverse engineering is simply looking at your big picture, chunking it down. But then after you chunk it down, this is the part that people miss. After you chunk it down, I want you to think, what's the action that goes with that creates that daily habit, that creates that new behavior, that creates that discipline and takes you to that next level. Okay. All right. The next one, number 4, and this is also in the link tree as well. I have a daily tracker for you. I already mentioned the goal prep. template. It's in there. I probably should have grabbed it just so y'all could look at me like this, like, oh my gosh, she's crazy. But I truly feel like people miss out on the daily habits and what that means. So I have a binder, and it has a template in there. It's not as, actually, I think my daily tracker template might be similar to what I used to use. And now my prettier one, I have from the course, but I put it here for a freebie. Anyway, I want you to put, like, if you have 5 goals, what are your 5 goals? Okay. Let's say it's, you want to be at a certain rank. You want to be financially abundant. You want to lose some weight. You want to travel. And then you want, I don't know, like something with like, I don't know, maybe you want to grow more in the word, or maybe you want to be a better mom, or you want to, something with like relationships. Okay. So you write those 5 things down. And then your tracker sheet is a daily tracker sheet. You literally would have to go and make a copy or print them out, like go to Costco, I don't know, whatever, and print out your sheets, your 30 sheets for that month, your 365 sheets for the year. Now, did I do this every single day, 365? No, but literally, I probably did it 350. Maybe that's a lot. So probably like 330. Okay. So that sheet, now you're like, what's that one thing I'm going to do today to get me closer to that goal? And once you start doing that one thing that gets you closer to that goal, you're going to look up and you're going to be like, oh, all I got to do is this now, or I hit that goal. And so maybe it's something simple. Like if you want to be a better mom, you're going to make sure you schedule out time in your day to unplug. And now every Wednesday is going to be your time where you unplug and you play with your babies. Or maybe you're going to do date nights, or maybe you're going to, whatever that is. If it's financial stability, maybe you're going to save more. So that day, your small act is literally just putting $50 in savings for that day. Maybe, to get you closer to your business goal, you're going to do a power hour. You're going to do some follow-up. Like literally, it's just something small that you're going to do each day. Now, I'll also say every day you might not hit all 5. That's up to you. It's your life. You got to figure out your order and importance to you. I literally had 10 goals for 2021, which was overwhelming. I'll be honest with y'all. And so I'm like, I'm not doing 10. I'm backing up to 5. I literally crushed all 10. There's 2 that are like in working progress. So this basically happening, but, like it was a lot to try to work towards, but there were plenty of days where I'm like, nope, in this category, I'm just going to pray about it. In this category, I'm not working on that today. Okay. So I just wanted to kind of give y'all that idea and there's a tracker ready for you. So if I go and build it, just go and get it from my link tree, plug in your goal, and then start putting your daily action. Honestly, you can also get a journal and just write down, like do a T-chart. What's your goal? What's your daily action? Flip the page and just keep a record. Why is this important? It holds you accountable, right? Goes back to that accountability. And also you get to see your progress, and goes back to the joy in the journey. And then you're like, oh man, I've done this, or I need to do this, or I've slipped up on this. So it's super, super powerful. Okay. All right. Are you ready for the 5th one? Drop below 5 if you're ready for the 5th strategy to help you bloom and get ready for 2022. Drop that below. I'm going to take some water really quickly. All right. This one's probably my favorite. I want you to get a virtual assistant. And what I mean by that, some of y'all that listen to my podcast episode, drop below if you know what I'm talking about. But what I mean by that is I want you, Ashley's like, yes, I know. I want you to get organized and use your Google Calendar, use your phone alerts, use your phone reminder, but treat it like an actual virtual assistant. Okay. So my Google Calendar, my virtual assistant is Lucy, and Lucy holds all the things for me. And I don't mean like put your dentist appointment down there and you have a business meeting. I mean, like if your goal is to drink 100 ounces of water a day or 60, whatever, put it in there when you're going to drink the water. Drink up, sis. Like have it actually alert you. If your goal is to, what are some other things, like move my body? Like when I was actually doing that part, move my body, it would alert me. My goal for 2021 was also to read the Bible every day. And so it would tell me like, I had an alert, girl, read your Bible. So whatever your goals are, I want you to put it in a Google Calendar. If you don't know how to utilize this amazing free resource, go to YouTube, y'all. Your YouTube, how to set up a Google Calendar. It can link to your phone. So my Google Calendar is linked to my phone. An alert comes up whenever I'm trying to work on that goal. It's also linked to my Apple Watch. And so I'm constantly getting dinged on my goals that I'm trying to hit. And that goes back to what? Accountability. I have a virtual assistant that's holding me accountable to things I said I want to do. Because let's just be real, y'all. Sometimes life is hard. Sometimes life is crazy. And we forget that we made this goal, that we want to do the things, and we get distracted, right? We get distracted. And so when I'm like, oh, I'm on the phone, I'm doing that. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, says I need to read my Bible. Oh, says I need to drink the water. Oh, says I need to go move my body. Oh, says I need to do a power hour, right? That small task is super, super helpful in order to help you reach the goals and to do the things. Okay. So sit down and set aside time. Literally, it depends on how many goals you're trying to do and how often you're trying to do it. But like, you can program it to do every day, several times a day. You can change those edits and it can alert you however you want. People think I'm crazy. If you ever look at my Google Calendar, it is like literally from 5:24 a.m. to 8 p.m. There's literally, it's just full. And people are like, oh my God, are you crazy? Like, but it's not actually always work. It's not always a meeting. It's just reminders. Literally 80% of my Google Calendar is just to remind me to do the things. Now, I'm not even a mama. So if you're a mama, girl, you need to get a Google Calendar to remind you to do the things, okay? All right, schedule it out, make the alerts, make it do it for you. It's kind of like training wheels too. Whenever you're starting a goal for the very first time, let's think about it. It's not a habit yet. You got to make it a habit. So until I habitually drink the water, until I habitually work out and I enjoy it and I like this new result, and it's now not an action, it's actually an actual habit. Until I habitually do my power hour, whatever that is that you're trying to do, you need training wheels. So use some training wheels. It's about to be 2022. You guys, we have so many technology tools and devices you can use to help you reach your goals. So that is something simple you can do. Put your training wheels on and have something alert you every day to help you build up your habit. Okay. Yes, love RVA. Her name is Callie. I love that. All right. So I want you, because we're getting towards the end, I want you to drop which one of those 5 is your favorite. I want you to drop your favorite takeaway if it's not even one of those 5, and tell me, what are you going to commit to? What are you implementing? I am an educator at heart. And so although you don't really have homework, your homework is to go get your freebies in the link tree. I would love for you to sign up for the Faith Freedom Flow Club with us. But even for that, just go get your freebies. But your homework right now is to drop below your favorite takeaway and what you commit to doing, because I truly, if y'all can't tell, I'm big on holding people accountable. And how I'm going to hold you accountable is for you to say, I commit to what? What are you committing to tonight? Okay, so I'll drop the 5 again, or I'll say the 5 again. 1, your word of the year. 2, accountability, go public, find some partners, say it loud, join the journey. 3, reverse engineer. 4, daily tracker, right? Your goal prep sheet. 5, your virtual assistant, set up your notifications, okay? So I would love to do 2022 with you guys. I would love to pour into you each month. And honestly, doing a group coaching program makes it super, super affordable. So you're not having to pay like a super high fee for coaching. You're getting group coaching in the Faith Freedom Flow membership club. And if you're interested in that, feel free to reach out or just go to the link tree. All that information is there. I will go ahead and tell you guys, the cost will go up on after January 1st, after New Year's Day. The cost goes up. So you might want to hop in before that happens. If you have any questions, let me know. Follow me on Facebook if you're not yet, on Instagram, all the things. Check out the freebies, and the podcast is also a freebie as well. If you have any questions, y'all reach out to me. I love it. Some people are saying reverse engineering. You're going to stick to 2 and 5. Really? Reverse engineering. Okay. Y'all are like big on that one. All right. What else we got? I want you to drop it before we go. So I know there's a few people missing. You know, I'm that teacher that checks, like, where's your name? Did you turn in your paper? I'm missing. Everybody didn't turn it in. We don't have 100% class turn in rate. So drop it below. Somebody mentioned, hey, Rashawn. Oh, thank you, Ashley. I'm glad you loved it. The Google Calendar scares me. I got to get on that. But don't be scared of technology. You can't break it. Like, I promise you, if you go try Google Calendar, you're not going to break mine. Like, you're not going to shut it down. It's okay. And like I said, use YouTube. Like YouTube, I love it because it's a great visual. So you can like actually go, and there's so many that are like Google Calendar for beginners, right? Don't let fear stop you from not taking action. Do it messy. I literally do so many things messy and learn as I go. I would have never made it to 100 podcast episodes if I didn't just say like, how do I do that? How to start a podcast episode. You know what I'm saying? You got to just do it. Just do it. All right. Daily tracker for me. Very valuable information. I love it. Accountability. Do it messy. I told my team that today. Do it messy. Love that. All right. I think I see most of y'all's. I love, love, love this. I look forward to hearing how 2022 works out for you. Some of you guys are already in the Faith Freedom Flow, the F3 Club. So I'll see you guys in there. And if you're not yet, I hope you stay connected some kind of way. Love and light. Have a good night. Bye.